BBC Tees, good morning. It's 8:20. I don't know where I was going with that. Just bear with me, all right? Now, the Tees Valley Combined Authority has been busy working to come up with the best ways to spend the £450 million that's been promised to it by central government over the next 30 years as part of the Tees Valley devolution deal. But now they want your thoughts on how that money should be spent, particularly on transport. Now, this is a subject that quite often stirs up quite a response when we talk about it on BBC Tees. So what is it for you? Is it better train links, more cycle paths? Dare I even mention Durham Tees Valley Airport? Well, the Darlington Council leader, Bill Dixon, is the man in charge of transport for the Tees Valley Combined Authority.
This is the first time the people in the region have been able to say what we want, not what Westminster thinks we want or people further north think we want, but what we want for our own area.
And what sort of things are we talking about here?
Some of the stuff we're consulting on is about local railways, so that we can move people faster on better trains and with more stations. And if you look at what's happened at James Cook, I mean, since they opened that station, the use of it has gone through the roof. Now, I firmly believe that we've got a great road in the A66 running along the valley, but we need to replicate that with a decent train service. But we need to know if that the people share that. We need to maintain and improve the roads we've got. The A19 is heavily congested, so we need to ensure that flows a lot better. Bus services for a lot of people are vitally important, and again, we've got to improve punctuality and reliability, and not forgetting things like walking and cycling. We need more, better and safer routes for people who want to use cycles and to walk.
Dare I mention the much fabled, much talked about Tees Valley Metro? I guess that doesn't make an appearance in there at all.
I think in reality what we will get in the end is a much improved rail service, possibly not a light rail service, but really does it matter? As long as we can move people around. I mean, the examples I'd use are as I've already said about James Cook, the new station there. The revamped station at Middle St George is doing fantastic business. There are a whole range of stations that have been disused for many years along the track towards Saltburn, off through Stockton, off towards Hartlepool. We need to bring them back into use.
Could we be looking at a Tees Valley Airport train stop properly used?
We've got
well,
one, but it needs to be connected better to the airport. I mean, it's a field away, and there's not even a proper track. So, I mean, a loop into there or whatever.
And it needs trains as well, in fairness.
It needs to be more than a parliamentary stop, which it is now, without doubt. And that's got to be part of the offer of the airport.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's another thing, the airport, where does that fall into this?
Well, obviously, that's in Peel's ownership. There's the master plan out for consultation. If people have got views on that as part of the strategic transport plan, obviously we would welcome hearing them. But the main thing is to focus on the things we're consulting about are the things that we can do within the combined authority, so we know we can deliver on them.
You say things you know you can deliver. You've got £450 million over the next 30 years. That is a lot of money, but it's also going to be money that's pulled in many different directions. So there's a chance we elect a mayor in May and they say, well, actually, this is probably a better priority, so we'll take some money from this and move it. You can't really promise anything right now at this early stage, can you?
Well, we can, because the combined authority exists. The five leaders sit with the newly elected mayor, and so the policy, while not being cast in stone, you'd need the five leaders to agree to change the policy. I think any incoming mayor is going to take a look at the work we've already done, and why on earth would they decide to alter it? Especially if we can get a lot of people buying in through the consultation process. If they tell us what they want, then obviously any elected mayor will be foolish not to listen to that.
So anybody's welcome to get in touch with the consultation then and to have their say?
The more the merrier, because this is our view of what we think is needed in the area and what we think will work. But we're not infallible. And I desperately would like to lead for transport. I desperately would like to hear what other people think, what's important to the people of the Tees Valley.
So what is important to you, right? Let me give you the website where you can go and make sure that your voice is heard. It's at teesvalley-ca.gov.uk. That's the website for the Tees Valley Combined Authority. There's a link on there for the transport plan. Get along, have your say. This is our chance to shape what is happening in transport across our region.